You know what is just an absolutely lovely country to visit? The graveyard of empires, Afghanistan. Or at least I assume it's actually probably quite rather nice if you don't have any certain religious conflict points. But honestly, personally, you wouldn't catch me applying for a tourism visa to visit the place anytime soon. Even if they are apparently shitposters on Twitter. However, sometimes reality is stranger than fiction. Sometimes it's a better story than fiction even. Because one man did apply for a tourism visa. And he got there something like August 13th, 2021. Dramatic pause for, you may recognize that date, or specifically August 15th, 2021, while he was still in the country, is the day that the Taliban captured Kabul after the U.S. withdrawal. I am talking about the living embodiment of a 19th century British explorer, the one, the only, Lord Miles Routledge, the author of Lord Miles in Afghanistan. The craziest, absolute weirdest guy that you're going to probably ever encounter if you do encounter him. He just visited Andrew Tate and smoked a cigar with him for reasons. And this was his first big trip where he basically looked at the flights to Afghanistan and said, yeah, that sounds like fun. He researched it. He got himself set up. He got a tour guide and all that. Everyone said, oh, it's not, come on. The Taliban aren't going to take over. Come on. It'll take months at the least. Come on. So he flies out there for fun. And he has fun. And he learns about the local culture and the cuisine and destroys a toilet. And gets into multiple run-ins with gangs and the Taliban checkpoints. And eventually you can see here that he actually gets a rather famous selfie from inside an armored Taliban truck at their gun. You just asked for a selfie and they let him climb in to take a selfie. And then the Taliban took over Kabul before he could get out and all. He wasn't able to get on any of the airplanes, and there was, the handover of power that went on. He had to get, shelter in a Turkish embassy that apparently annexed the hotel. All the while, shitposting on 4chan about it with the utmost of spirits. I shit you not, this is a true story. If you have not checked him out, I will endeavor to link his Twitter in the description below, because this is real. And when I heard that he had a book available, yeah, I picked it up. Now, honestly, you can tell that it is written by him. It is in the way that he talks. I've seen interviews with him. He's very entertaining and a certain kind of charismatic. And it kind of makes sense that, yeah, he can just kind of make friends with just about anyone. No one is, like, he just got out of 8 months in armed stay with the Taliban where he was imprisoned for reasons. And everyone kind of thought he died, but no, he's out, he's back. He's demanding money from journalists. It's great. But anyways, you can tell that he wrote it. I question how much work the editor did, because he went through Antelope Hill Publishing. No, I don't know anything about Antelope Hill Publishing. I just know that they published Lord Miles here. Editor is presumably quite professional. You can see that they clearly crafted actual events into a narrative. And there is the back and the forth and the retrospective of knowing what happened later and how things ended up having meaning in hindsight. And overall, it was basically written like a thrill, like an action thriller. This was genuinely better narrative than most fiction stories I've read this year, which is just remarkable, because this is real, and personally, I don't mind that he will just, at every opportunity, insert complaints about the poor standard of living conditions for British university students, for the slow internet in the UK, for the ridiculous price extortion, and the bad food in the UK. And his comments about, the local Afghanis just not liking foreigners. And he goes, based. That's fine by me, all right? I thought that the book here, for its size, was a little overpriced, because it's like $20 on Amazon or something. But it's filled with full-color pictures, actually. Because, like I said, this is a true story, believe it or not. And yeah, they provide the evidence that this actually happened. Like, up to and including getting drunk with a bunch of SAS soldiers in the Turkish embassy, and they outfitted them in all their gear. And there's a comment in here that, unironically, the prime minister was probably briefed on his situation because he had become too much of a meme for people to not hear about it, because he went a little viral. And honestly, I surprisingly enjoyed the book. It's funny, it's fast, it's not long. And for me, it was revisiting a story I had already kind of experienced because I was there following him, knowing about Lord Miles for a while. And I was glad to finally pick this up. Not entirely sure how I feel about the fact that the profits from this book are going to go to furthering his other adventures through the world, including such dangerous locations as America. Now, good luck, Miles. If you're watching this, because I am going to put this on Twitter, I liked the book, actually. It was genuinely entertaining. Try not to die.